this video isn't a new year, new me vibe. This video is a new year, improve me vibe. Yeah, there's a difference. I'll tell you why there's a difference. Because everyone can follow these steps. Everyone can pick up the advice I'm giving you. It's nothing too crazy. It's nothing too hard. You don't need to have all the money in the world. You just need to have the willpower to want to improve your life. And that's all you need. So if you're ready to improve your life and if you're ready to just tune into your higher self, then watch this video. You only get one life. You only get one life and you're in control of it. Don't let this be a whole nother year where you procrastinate and you're like, oh, I'll just leave this to later, leave this later, and then a whole year goes by. Let's not do that. It's baby steps. Let's go through the baby steps together. I'm so excited for you guys to change with me, to improve with me. Let's do this together. Hi, my name is Sherry and welcome to my channel. I hope you're having a blessed day. I'm sorry I haven't done a talking video in a while. A lot has been happening. I've made a video about kind of what I was going through and advice on how to deal with that kind of stuff or prevent it. So that will be uploaded after this. But I thought this would be an important one to post first. Should have posted it a while ago, but it's okay. At least I didn't procrastinate, and I'm going to pat myself on the back for that. Let's get straight into this. Like I said earlier, you need to be ready to want to improve yourself. It doesn't have to be like, oh, you need all the energy to want to improve yourself. It just needs to be a tiny mustard seed of faith to want to improve yourself. Or you just feel it in your bones that you are ready to move on from your past self and you just don't know where to start. This video is for you. I think the first step is cleansing your energy. So before you even want to start improving yourself, purge out your past. Let's cleanse all this unnecessary energy. And you ask, Sherry, how do I do that? How the hell am I supposed to do that? I'll tell you what I do in order to cleanse my energy, and this can be a weekly thing and every day if you want, depending on how much your energy feels drained. Just change the angle there a little bit. The first thing is cleansing your energy, because how are you supposed to want to improve yourself if you got all this burden pulling you back, if you're constantly getting back into what you don't want to be? And I'm not saying, oh, it's easy to just move on and forget and never look back. It's going to be hard. That's why this is why you need to cleanse your energy every time you want to improve yourself, because there's horrible, evil people out there, including yourself. You can be your biggest bully. You can be the biggest person that's bringing you down when you want to try and improve yourself. You know, your brain can tell you doubts and fears and anxiety that isn't true. So cleansing your energy daily, weekly is so important. Or whenever you're just feeling like something is sucking your soul dry, you need to cleanse. And I didn't really know about much of this, so a lot of the advice I'm giving you, I've been inspired by, like the Wizard Liz, or I don't know if you know, I think her name's Alexi Gigi on TikTok. She's really like spiritual and she knows her stuff, so definitely check them two out. They're incredible people. I think I learned this ritual especially by the Wizard Liz. So what I do, and this is what I do weekly, is every time I shower, every single time I shower and I feel stagnant on energy and something's bringing me down and my heart feels heavy and like I don't know what it is, and it could be a lot of things. Like obviously sometimes you exchange energies with people, even if it means like meeting up with the wrong people and then you've kind of like brought that energy with you, or if you're an empath and you've just feeling down, feeling the emotions that other people are going through. I struggle with that a lot if I'm helping my friends and I get back and I feel really down, because obviously I feel their emotions and I feel bad and I just want to help them. It can sometimes affect me and my everyday life, so it's good to do this shower ritual. This is what I do. You guys have probably heard it before, but what I do is when I'm showering, I'm scrubbing myself, I like to scrub my body and get the soap and like pretend this soap is like some magic, you know, cleanser, right? Cleansing my spiritual side, not just my physical cleanliness, my spiritual side. So I'm scrubbing, and as I'm scrubbing throughout my whole body, I'll say like I remove any doubts, any fears, anything that's pulling me back, and then like maybe I'll speak upon, if I know what it is, speak like to rebuke any of that, because I'm a Christian and I really believe in like spiritual stuff. I don't want to go too towards like I don't know if people would believe like it's witchy, like I shouldn't be following that, so I don't like look at it as that. As I'm speaking, I feel like I'm talking to God about it, so I'm kind of like tweaking it, if that like makes a difference. I don't know, but I feel like I'm talking to God, so I'm like, God, just like I rebuke any energy that isn't mine and I give it to the rightful owner. So I give back that energy. If it's someone bad and wishing bad upon me, I give it back to them. You know, they will get their karma, they always will. So I give it back to them, and I pray that you just give back my energy of love, femininity, generosity, forgiveness, strength. Like I'm doing that as I'm scrubbing everywhere, and you're kind of picturing like the dirt coming off you. So when you do all of that and you're happy that you're scrubbing and you feel like you've said everything, you then go in the shower, and then what I do is I kind of do that, like I kind of look up and I do like a little triangle shape, right, as if something's like all the energy's coming out of me, and I close my eyes and I'm imagining all that like black dirt. Like just imagine that it's just dirt coming off you, that's someone's energy that you don't want, and it's just washing off you, which is actually like the soap washing off you, but you can just use your imagination, right, because your mind is very powerful. So use your imagination and just cleanse it all out, and it's all going down the drain. As I'm doing that, I'm saying take the energy and take it and give it to the rightful owner. This energy doesn't belong to me. And I'm saying again, give me back my energy. And I just repeat that every time, every like week, let's say, or like every time I shower. So I do that, and I imagine like a white bright light surrounding me, like a protection. And I'm not kidding, guys, majority of the time, depending on how big the issue is, how big this energy is, majority of the time I feel so cleansed and so good. Like some burden has just been cleansed off me and I feel amazing. So every time I do that, I just feel new, and whatever was in my past, it doesn't belong to me now. I will never use anything like against me. I will never feel any shame or guilt. I just feel like it's all gone, and I forgive myself and God forgives me, and that's how I cleanse. I think what's also really important is your surroundings. For example, your room. If your room is all messy and clustered and you stay in your room a lot, that's really going to affect your energy and what you see and what you're surrounded by and your safety, your comfortability. So guys, definitely it has a much bigger impact than you think. Just clean out your space, clean out your desk, clean out like what's in your wardrobe, make sure you hoover, de-dust everywhere. A clean space is a clear mind. I feel so much less stress on my shoulders. This is also a really important one, but clearing out who's supposed to be in your life at this very moment and who isn't. A few years ago, I decided to make one of the best decisions in my life to just cut out whoever isn't good for me in my present moment, especially if I'm trying my best to become my higher self and surround myself with people who I am inspired by, who motivate me, good networking, who would help me, and I also want to be at the same level as them, not people who constantly, for example, bring my energy down and do low value things that I'm trying to get out of and I don't want to be part of anymore. You've got to put yourself first. It's just life. You grow out with people. People are on different journeys in life, and sometimes you're supposed to be in the same journey with them, and sometimes they're at a different frequency to you and you just can't get along with them. And if it's generally just horrible people who are bringing you down, who are just not, you know, girls and doing something you would never ever do to them, cut them off. You will never ever regret it. Of course you'll mourn the friendship, but you will never ever mourn who they are now. So it will be just a weight lifted from you. And I say this all the time, and I'll say this a couple times in this video and probably every video, but journaling, just purging out your emotions, crying it out, whatever you need to get rid of this current state you're in, or your past, or any trauma bonds. Just let it all out, cry it all out, give yourself a week to let everything out, write it down, journal, everything that you don't want to bring in to this present moment, let it out, because it's so difficult to move on when you've got something lingering in the back of your mind, when you've got these emotions just bringing you down. A bit of cleansing of the energy isn't going to help. You need to do all these steps that I've told you. Next is ask anyone who is trying to improve themselves their priorities. I guarantee you one of their top priorities is staying organized. this is such an important skill to have that everyone should definitely try to develop and pick up. I think it's just more common sense. Before you start your week, you kind of have an idea on what steps, routines, plans that you're going to follow. What I do at the start of the year is I like to get a calendar and a diary. Every single year I like to do this. So this is my calendar, and honestly, because I've got ADHD, I have 3 calendars in my room. I have obviously my calendar that I stick up on my wardrobe, and this is my calendar for this year. I got this off Etsy. It's so cute, and I think some people might find this really boring, and I think what really works for me, I really want to just be in touch with my feminine side this year, and I say that romanticizing your life is so important. Whatever you can do to just romanticize your life, it makes everything just so exciting. So I thought, because everyone who knows me knows that I'm literally obsessed with cats, yeah? So I thought I'd get a cute little cat calendar, and this makes me so happy. It makes me want to look at my calendar. I love the way she just designed it. This is not like a promo ad or anything, like I just love it. As you can see, this is January, and they're really cute by the way. She designs them all herself, and because I've got ADHD, it's so appealing to my eyes, like the colours and just the animation. It's just so cute. But basically I stick this right in front of my wardrobe over there, so as soon as I walk in, I'm looking straight at my calendar and I'm like, okay, what do I have planned this week? Adding in as the week goes by any more plans that like my friends want or any appointments. And this really helps me to just stay on top of my week, because if I've just got it stuck in my mind, like everything, like okay, I've got an appointment at this time, I'm going to feel extremely overwhelmed, anxiety ridden. Quite frankly, I'm just going to forget what I have planned. And basically what I do is, as the days go by, I just tick them off like that, so I can see how much of the month I have left and what else I can have planned, so I can fit stuff in. And then I can write like what I'm doing each day, for example, and then I tick it off as it goes. And to me, it's just visually, it's so helpful for me to plan even the month ahead of me. So if I have plans like in a month's time, I just write them down so I don't clash with my plans. So that's really helpful. I also got a 2026 diary, and this time I got a Christian one. This one's called Amazing Grace, and I like this one especially because inside there's like quotes every day, biblical quotes, and I think that's really helpful to just, when I'm writing, feel like I'm just in touch with God and myself, and it really helps with my peace of mind. So that's kind of like my second calendar, I would say. But not only do I write my week, I also write my emotions every time. For example, at the end of the week, I'll go through how each day went and what I learned from it. It's just very nice to look back at my memories. I feel like I'm a very sentimental person, and I love to just romanticize everything, and I love that about me. I really struggled with living in the present moment. I feel like not only does it help you stay organized, it helps you just improve yourself with things like living in the present moment and understanding your emotions during each day. I don't know if you can see, it's the mirror is reflecting it, but I've also got like a weekly whiteboard that like is broken down Monday to Sunday, and that really helps me. Every single Sunday I write down all my plans as well. These are more to-do lists: make YouTube content, edit my YouTube, like go to the gym, read my Bible, journal. Realistically, I won't get it done all on the same day, so I've got a lot to do. I've got this many appointments, let me break it down during the week, so I write it down, and that way I don't need to stress about it, don't need to procrastinate it into the next week. I will always get it done, because what I find really helpful is when I tick it off, it's like positive reinforcement for me, and I'm proud of myself. So it builds like confidence with myself on, yes, I wrote what I did and I stuck by it, and I can get it done. So I tick it off and I'm proud of myself. So at the end of each day, I tick every single thing that I've done. And if I didn't finish what I could do, because sometimes there's only so many hours you have in a day, I just bring it on to the next day. So I just write it on the next day what I do. So that way I will always get what I need to get done in that week, every single week. This is kind of off topic, but another thing, if we're going into appreciating life, I don't know if you can see there. I have like this little glass jar. Every time I've had plans with my friends, or I've gone places like holidays, or I've done something that I'm really proud of myself, or just a journey on something I've healed from, I would get like a mini piece of paper and I'll write the date and I'll write the title of it. And some of them have been really silly and tiny, like from literally baking a cake and being proud of myself, or being in touch with myself and wanting to spend time with myself baking. I'll write that, to going to Cyprus with my mates and all the plans that I did there. So it's like a kind of like a gratitude jar that I have. And at the end of the year, so this jar fills up all throughout the year, at the end of the year I will then pick one out one by one and I'll read them, and I would really appreciate them and just be really stuck in just appreciation, thankfulness, love for everything that I managed to accomplish in that year. The next one is understanding how to become your highest self. And if no one's ever really heard that term, becoming your highest self is basically the person who you've always wanted to be. Who is this person that has all the money that you want, has healed from their traumas, mentally, spiritually, physically, are at their best shape that they could be in, has their dream job, their dream house, dream husband, wife, kids, everything that they've accomplished is your highest self. And if you're confused on how to get there, you need to be able to understand what that is for you, because everyone's different. Like someone's dream job could be Pilates instructor in Bali, you know, someone else could want to be the CEO of a company. This can be quite difficult because a lot of people don't really know what they want for their highest self. So it might be worth meditating a bit, putting a little guided meditation on so you can clear your mind, and then really thinking what would make you happy. If you didn't have any of these external, internal issues, what is your highest self? Grab a notebook and write bullet points of who this person is. And don't be small with these things. Be extravagant as you want to be, because God is good and he doesn't shy away about giving you what you deserve. So write as if you have like a genie bottle here and this, all your wishes will come true. What is it that your highest self is? What I heard, I think Alexi Gigi said, is she likes to name this. She calls it like her alter ego. So put the name of the alter ego at the top. I'll put my middle name on there, and I will write exactly who this person is, down to like what job she has, to literally her personality, the way she walks, the way she talks, what like her morning routine is, her night routine, what like coffee she gets, literally down to a T. You're obviously able then to envision how she's like, and then you can live like her. This is like baby steps, you know, and all of this guys is free. You don't need to buy anything. You can just start by walking like her, how you said she walks. If her shoulders are like behind, straight and behind like this, and her neck is up tall and she looks straight and she walks very feminine but powerful at the same time, you start walking like that. You start talking like that. If she's got good vocabulary, start studying how to talk like that. It's inevitable that you will become like her. Kind of brainwashing yourself, that getting into the habit on how to be this alter ego. And it won't be like overnight, but it's just about slowly getting into it. If your alter ego has the most beautiful physique and everything you wanted, and then Pilates arms, and then go to the gym, you're gonna become that person because you're literally copying what she does. So just try it, guys. It's gonna feel a bit weird, but once you start walking straight and you get into that habit, as soon as you kind of relax a bit and go slump, you won't feel right anymore. You just want to be straight all the time because it feels good for your back. It will fall into place. It's also good to understand who you are as a person right now. So on the next page, you'd want to write everything that doesn't align with the higher self. So for example, what you don't like about yourself, the pros and the cons, and then you can kind of compare which ones you need to work on, so it's easier to visually see. And this not only helps you to compare how to become your higher self, it helps you to understand who you are as a person right now, and that there are good things about you, but there are always things you need to improve on. And I think that's the beauty of journaling. It's never ever to bring you down. It's always to help you see the path ahead of you and what is kind of clouding your brain. The next one is creating a vision board or a mind movie. I think this is really helpful. Not only is this just such a powerful way to manifest, it really helps to motivate you every single time you unlock your phone, because I set my vision board as my lock screen. Every single time I unlocked my phone, I could see what I wanted for myself, and it just helped me to be like, oh yeah, this is what I want, because your mind just can't manifest what you want if you don't know what it is. So just visually seeing it every single day, reminding yourself, is something that your unconscious can also think about. And if you need tips on how to create a vision board, if you don't want to do a mind movie, I basically broke down every single category of my life and what I wanted. For example, like how I'd want my house to look like. I would go onto Pinterest and have an idea, like I want my living room to have massive windows and possibly on a top floor so I can see a beautiful view. I'd make sure to find something like that on Pinterest, and then I basically went on Canva and just put all the pictures together. So I'll put like a little picture on how my vision board looked like. So if you need some motivation, that's how it looked like. I think I want to move on to mind movie this time, because Alexa Gigi says that this is so much better than a vision board. She has a whole YouTube video on how to create it, so I need to watch that still. But it's basically like a vision board but a movie, and I think she has like her voiceover on it, or like frequencies and positive affirmation while she's watching it, and it flicks through all the pictures. And she even goes as far to edit, Photoshop her face onto these people. It literally is telling your brain, this is who I am, this is me. There's literally physical proof, a picture of me doing this. She watches it as soon as she wakes up, because apparently it's something to do with the first like 10-15 minutes of you waking up and before you go to sleep is when you're kind of in the state of your unconscious mind. It's like the best time to manifest, I think. I'm not sure. I will love to just watch it every single morning and every single night, because even if you think it's crazy, it would just help to motivate you in the morning. When you wake up, when you don't want to go to work, you can watch this and be like, this is what I'm working towards. Like, this is what I want to become. So I'm going to get up and do what I want to do. And I'm probably talking a little bit quiet because everyone's in the house now. The next one is something that everyone can do, and this is updating your morning and night routine. Everyone is probably like, what more do I need to do in the morning? How can I make this something that is more special to me? Like, I don't understand, it's just the morning routine. Trust me, how you start your day impacts the rest of the day. It's so important with the mindset you have when you wake up, because if you wake up feeling down and tired, usually for me especially, I'm tired the whole day and I just don't want to do anything. So I thought, for me personally, it was really important that I had to update these routines. I'm still yet to update my night routine. This is my old notebook. I've used all the pages now, so I've got a new one. But how cute is this? It's so pretty. This is what I put for my morning routine, just to give you guys an idea of how to make the most of the morning, even if it means maybe waking up half an hour earlier or just as you go, because I don't like wasting time with anything. So if I'm doing a morning routine and I'm doing my skincare, I like to do something at the same time so I don't feel so. Basically, I'm trying to be as efficient as I can with my time. So I've put, as soon as I wake up, I thank the Lord for the day and speak life and positivity for what I want for the day. When I'm in bed and I just stopped my alarm, speak positivity, speak good things, because that will make your mind feel happy and positive and just hopeful in the morning. And you're already setting intentions in the morning of what you want your day to be like. I also put, don't check your phone. I realised as soon as I check my phone, I can feel myself being drained and I can feel myself already being addicted to my phone and I don't want to get off. When I could be doing something else, you know, just spending more time with God or like spending time journaling, I'm just on my phone. I put, do not check my phone only after the skincare. And then when I do skincare, I've also recently discovered something called Glamour Magic, which is cool. Alexa Gigi has like a whole series on Glamour Magic, and maybe if you guys like the sound of it, maybe I will look into it more and do a video on it. It's up to you guys and what you want to see. The Glamour Magic is basically speaking beauty into your skincare. For example, this moisturizer on, it gives me like such good clear skin. It makes my skin glowy and young and youthful. Like, I speak life and good and positive affirmations into my skincare and what I do. She also said something that I like when she puts like a specific lip gloss on. She says that she speaks power into what she says. Everything she says is powerful and full of wisdom. Or if she wants to put spray on, she'll feel powerful. Like, she's got specific things, you know. So just speaking positive affirmation, life into what you're wearing. I always say this, guys, your mouth is powerful. Whatever you speak life into your words. I also have been doing this as I listen to specific specific frequency or positive music while I'm doing my skincare, and this helps set the mood as well, and it helps influence me more with what I'm saying because my mind is more at peace. If you guys watch Snow White, you know the way she wakes up, she's so like princessy and feminine. I literally feel like that every time I do my morning routine now because of the music I've got on and what I'm doing and the way I'm speaking to myself and like doing the breath works. I just feel my best in the morning when I'm just treating myself good and spending time on me. It could be like anything that you feel during this time that you need to listen to, for example a healing frequency or manifestation frequency, whatever you need during that kind of season in your life, you listen to it. For example, I listen to, I think it's 532 hertz frequency on YouTube. I just listen to it. I think it's good for healing the mind and feeling peaceful and stuff. Another thing is mirror magic. When, I don't know if you guys do this, but gua sha, what everyone says about it, if they say like it doesn't make a difference, trust me, it makes a difference. When I'm really tired, I get really bad like puffy eye bags, and then it creates smile lines because I, as you can see, I don't like when I smile, I don't have like harsh smile lines, right? When I get puffy eyes, it puts weight here, which then creates like a heavy smile line for me. And recently I purchased stainless steel one, and it's so much better than the other one that I had. So if you're looking into purchasing your gua sha or upgrading it, literally get the stainless steel one. It feels so much more precision. The way it's made, because mine's handmade, the angles of it feels more like sharper when I do it. And I put here like mirror magic whilst doing the gua sha, so looking in the mirror saying like my skin is so nice and my skin is so smooth, I don't have any blemishes, it's youthful and glowy. Like I say all those things, like these lines are gone. Alexa Gigi also said that she likes to speak intentions into her drink. So she said, and I'm also going to pick up on this, that she has specific teas for specific things. I don't know what it is because she hasn't gone into it yet. Maybe like healing, she might drink a specific like herbal tea, and she speaks intentions into her drink. So that's what I do if I want something throughout the day, like I want to feel motivated and good, or I want to heal from this and stuff. You just speak it into what you're drinking and you mix those intentions in and then you drink it. And also putting time aside for journaling and praying and reading the Bible and manifesting and meditating. I think it's important, me as a Christian, to hear what God wants you to do for that day, or what you want to hear from God. Meditating and praying to God really helps clear your mind for the day ahead. So if you have time to do that, that's really good. Sometimes when I don't have any time at all, and I know like the drive to work is quite far, I speak to God while I'm driving and I pray while I'm driving, and I found that really good use of my time, because anything I listen to music when I'm driving is just not going to be good for my soul, my mind. So I found that talking to God, praying to him with anything I needed or hyping me up for the day really did help me to start the day and work. Another thing I really wanted to put in is dancing as well, because for women dancing helps accentuate your feminine side, and moving your hips helps release any trauma. I like to put some Latin dances, and I like dance in my living room to release any stress and just to make myself feel good. And I generally feel like I'm in touch with my feminine side when I move around and I dance, let go of myself and make my body move. It just makes me feel like I'm releasing all this stress and burdens that just don't belong to me. As you can see, you can fit so much with your morning routine to help elevate yourself and come into tune with your higher self. Let this be the year that you are truly loving yourself, because whatever efforts and however much money that you put to invest in yourself will never go to waste. For example, me a few years ago, I could have never ever imagined myself going out by myself to do anything. Like I just couldn't go to the shops by myself. I couldn't even go get groceries by myself without feeling just immense anxiety. And the best thing that I've ever done was literally training myself to go out at places being by myself. And now I love my alone time more than anything. That even when I go out with my friends, I need like a day or two to recharge myself, because I just love being by myself. Maybe too much now. I can really feel like my energy is constantly drawing near to, I want to read books that help myself, like I want to journal, like I want to be with God, be comfortable with being alone, go on walks by yourself. It's so rewarding. Something so simple. It is so rewarding for your soul to just go on a walk and spend time with yourself. As soon as you start being comfortable being by yourself, I love it during the summertime going down the beach, like by the field, and grabbing a picnic mat and just reading my Bible and journaling and talking to God. I love doing that. That's like probably one of my favourite activities. And I still want to push myself to be able to go swimming down the beach by myself. Like I would love to do that. I really want to go to the cinema by myself. Like these things are so exciting. I'm proud of myself knowing that if I need to go shopping, I can just go shopping. I don't need to depend on anyone or anything. If the people are busy, I know that I can enjoy my presence being by myself. And actually I prefer going shopping by myself because I don't need to force people to walk around with me, and I can spend time looking at things and trying things on. I don't need to impress anyone else because I'm so in love with myself. And to say that, I would never have thought I would have said that. Try new hobbies, do something. Just choose one thing that you want to do. It doesn't have to be something crazy difficult. For example, my friend, and I really looked up to her for this, she's trying to do projection therapy, and she asked if anyone wants to do it with her, and I was like, sure, I'll do it, because I want to try new things. Life is too short to be anxious and scared and fearful of stuff that you want to do, but you can't do it because you're scared. You're going to regret that. When I was younger, and what really used to make me feel anxious is so minuscule now. She wants to do Zumba, and you know how I said moving your hips releases all the trauma. I was like, that's perfect. I want to do Zumba, but I've been scared to do it because I thought it'd be difficult. I didn't think I'd be good at it, and I'm anxious people are going to be staring at me. No, guys, do what you want to do. Pick up the hobby that you want to do, and even if it takes you like the whole year to perfect it or like to feel comfortable with it, you're gonna be so proud of yourself for going out there and doing it. And if you feel like you need to bring a friend along, because I'm sure people feel the same. You're not alone. This then goes into my next point, is put yourself out there. This kind of interlinks with like loving yourself as well. And it doesn't matter like how successful you are with something, as long as you pluck up the courage to do what you've always wanted to do. I've always wanted to create content. Ever since I was younger, I'd always be recording myself, but it would never go anywhere. And honestly, if I started it from then, I would have learned so much. I'm so glad that I plucked up the courage to just create content. I don't care what people think. There's people from my school that are watching me that I haven't spoken to for years, and sometimes it's a bit like, and that's what I was afraid of. I was afraid of hate and people watching me who I didn't want. I am so much happier doing what I said I want to do than thinking I wish I'd done that. I stood my ground and I said that I want to do this, and I did it. Like, who cares if I don't get a lot of views? Who cares? Because that's not the point. The point is I did what I said I wanted to do. I stood by my word, and I trusted my word, and I trusted myself that I can do it, and I did it. Put yourself out there. There's still so many things that I think that I can do, that I want to do for this page, my social media. There's endless opportunities in life, and you can do anything. So what is stopping you? Your feelings, not anyone else's feelings. It's you that's stopping you. Something that could potentially be life-changing, something that would put you on a path that you would have never known or could ever even imagine. Take care of yourself. There's always so much to look into when it comes to taking care of yourself. I still need to perfect like what is good for my skin, for my hair, what is good for your brain, what is good for your body. There's so many good things, good supplements, good foods that you can intake, that you can put into your diet, like good smoothies and green juices that you can put into your body to make you feel good for the day. I have recently looked into what kind of vitamins that my body needs because I lack iron, so I'm always tired and fatigued, and I've always not taken it seriously. Just one iron tablet makes me feel so much more awake. So if I never just done a bit of research and figured out what kind of vitamins I wanted to take or tablets, I would be feeling like this for the rest of my life. So don't be lazy, do the research. And my hair, you guys will know, but in my next video, my hair's been falling out because I've been going through like a lot of stress. So I've finally looked into what kind of vitamins, what like routines that I can do for my hair, my scalp, to make the hair growth. And I've bought so many vitamins like pumpkin seed oil, biotin, also taking iron, and vitamin C is good for your hair as well. I didn't realise if you lack iron you'll lose hair, so I was like, there's so many things affecting me. I just need to look into what will make me healthy. I'm sick of being in a body that isn't healthy, that isn't holding me up properly. So I was like, I've had enough. I need to look into it. I've recently bought like this dermal roller that I need to figure out how to use, massage my scalp like for 4 minutes every morning, put serums in. I've bought different shampoos, I've bought like food masks for my hair that I put in the shower and on my ends and stuff, heat protective spray, all of this to take care of your hair, and that's just for my hair. So you can imagine what things you need to look into for your skin, for my face. There's so much that you can do to take care of yourself, to make you feel like your best and highest self. Because remember, your highest self, her body or his body, is the healthiest. Well, that's in my opinion, because my highest self, I want my alter ego to have the healthiest body, the healthiest skin, the healthiest hair, the healthiest nails. This is my body. I want to take care of my body. I want it to be healthy. I want it to make me feel good throughout the day. If it needs to go to the gym, go to the gym. Not even to lose weight. It's good for the mind. It's good for getting into a routine, to be disciplined. And it's good to stay toned. I was sick for 2 weeks straight and I was bedridden, so I couldn't move. I couldn't get out of the house. When I healed and felt better, that day I went to the gym. I realised the gym is not about just looking good. Mentally, it felt so good to get back into a routine and to discipline myself and to get out and get some fresh air and to push my body to what it needs. And it helps you to be confident to do things by yourself, to go out by yourself, because that was the one thing that I said to myself. I can go shopping by myself and can do this by myself, but I just can't go to the gym by myself. And once I mastered that, I'm so proud of myself. I might start with going to classes first, or like going swimming first, because that's what I did before I went to the gym. I went to classes to make me feel comfortable with the area, with where things are and how I feel being alone, doing things by myself. If you've got someone who is experienced with the gym, then ask to go with them. They will really help you on what machines to do. So when you do go by yourself, you don't feel like an idiot, because you know how to use stuff, you know form to do and what machines that will target which. Most importantly, it's about improving yourself. I want you to just keep investing your energy, your time, your finances on you. Let this be the year that you are selfish and putting yourself first. You will never ever regret it. Start studying. Do what you want to study. We have endless amounts of material to look at for free on Google. If you want to learn something, you can educate yourself. You can go on YouTube. People do lessons for free. Pick what you want to do. If you want to learn someone's behavior, you can literally get books and read them and study human behavior. You can do so many things with what we have access to nowadays. There is nothing better than a woman who is educated, and it doesn't have to be a degree. It can be educated in what she's reading and what she's passionate about. So in your free time, just study and read books that are self-help books. I love reading self-help books. It makes me discover so much about myself. Even if it's reading, like for example up here, my friend, she was a student and she's gone back home and she loves reading like fantasies and sci-fis, and these are all fantasies and sci-fis. I've never read them before, but I finished one of the books and it felt out of this world, like you're not here anymore. And I was like, that is like a feeling I've never felt before. Like you're discovering so many things about yourself and what your brain can do. It's magical. It's beautiful. There's just something about having a physical book, like a physical book that feels so much more authentic and organic and real when you're reading it, rather than just going on your phone flicking through like TikTok and stuff. Another advice I'd give is heal from your traumas, people. Heal and grow. And I said this before, purge it all out. What I'm going through right now is something, to me, a really emotionally abusive situation. And the first thing I thought was, I want to improve myself. Of course, it was so painful and mentally it was so challenging. I did not want that person to control my life, because I see myself as someone, I will never ever let anyone control me, and I will always keep improving myself. So the first thing I did was I purchased a book that is Why Does He Do That? So it's understanding the human brain for narcissists. Well, it says inside the minds of angry and controlling men, because I thought what they did to me isn't me, doesn't define me, and I will grow more than they ever saw me. It's like almost like a challenge that when someone puts me down, I'm like, watch, I'm just gonna grow in a healthy way, by the way. This is healthy, in a way that they will never see, because they do not have a hold on me. So purchase a book, heal from your traumas. I've bought like family trauma bonds and stuff to grow and understand your mind and who you are, and not let your past define who you are. Because when you grow from stuff like this, you'll be able to accelerate, because you don't have these traumas, these people bringing you down. Instead of trying to get back and get revenge, you studied, you've grown, you've understand your brain, and you've healed and forgiven. So while those people are there trying to get back at you, you're just there perfecting and loving yourself. And I think that is what this year is about: forgiveness, healing, growth and improvement. So that is everything, and I really hope that you've enjoyed this video, and I really hope it's given you the motivation to start finding yourself again and just picking yourself up and improving yourself. Like I said, you will never ever regret doing this for yourself. You guys are perfect and you deserve to get to your highest self. Everyone does. So these are the steps, the first few steps to just raising your frequency up to be able to get to your highest self and your new improved self. So I love you guys, and I hope that you have an amazing start to 2026. Life is gonna be incredible and life is going quick, so enjoy it and live in the present moment with everything. Thank you for watching. Bye.